Hi everyone, I'm Nell Watson. I'm founder and CEO of a company called Poikos. We have enabled measurements to be taken in seconds on a smartphone, tablet, or PC. Retail, online and offline. The custom fit market, or mass customization. Healthcare. What is the secret link between all of these? An absolutely desperate need for easy, accurate, and straightforward measurements. And I believe that's what we've created. This is a version of our technology, and this one is running on basically in a web browser. This is a Flash version. We also have ones for iOS and also Android on the way also. Our system uses the onboard 2D camera of your laptop with no extra hardware required, same with your smartphone. We have developed ways to guess the user's height. We then ask them for verification. The user then stands about 3 meters back from the device. There's an automatic countdown, 3, 2, 1, one shot from the front. Then again, 3, 2, 1, one shot from the side. That's all there is to it. It just takes 10 seconds and 2 snapshots. Now, in our back end, we have advanced image processing algorithms and image segmentation, which gets to work. None of this is seen by human eyes. All of this is completely automatic. You'll see that we are cutting this girl out of the background. And you'll see that even though she's wearing a dress, we're actually able to find the body underneath it. That's because the clothing she's wearing is pretty tight, and we can find the proportions and the inflection points of the clothing around the body pretty easily. I have a poster over in the terrazza which discusses a future evolution of our technology which can find the body accurately even under raincoats or baggy MC Hammer pants. And if any of you have any insights that you can offer on that, I would love to hear it. So we have these 2D images. We've cut the person out of the background. We then rebuild this into 3D. This is a 3D avatar. We create this in the cloud in a couple seconds. The user can get this. On the left, there are about 60 different body measurements, top to toe. Everything from inside leg to waist, hips, and bust. And more than that, we have volumetric measurements as well. So we make body measurement really simple on any hardware. And we have an API, which means that we can enable all sorts of different industries to work with this and make good use of it. I created it for mass customization because I saw a technology gap there. I wanted to enable that industry, and it just wasn't happening fast enough. And then we took it into retail, where, believe it or not, e-commerce clothing has an average returns rate of about 40%, and at least half of that is just due to stuff not fitting right. But then I began to gather lots and lots of data, and all of it geolocated, and we're able to find people's age and people's gender and all sorts of interesting stuff, and I wanted to find out what else we could do with it, and so we began to look at the health implications. An early adopter in the Netherlands, where I typically am resident, Dr. Lex Hudijk was able to see the potential of what we were doing for patient monitoring, for helping people to understand how their bodies are changing over time. And I thought that was pretty cool. So here we've come up with a system which can predict over time how the body can change. And along with the measurements that we take, we can then make predictions about what's going to happen in the near future. And it's actually powerfully motivating because I've used our system myself, CEO eating her own dog food. I managed to lose 15 kilos in about 5 months using our system. Thank you. Now we are taking the data which we've generated, which we generate by default, and we're plugging it into different technologies in health. One of the things which we're doing now is doing volumetric analysis of the body. Typically, this is really hard to do. It requires sitting in a bath or really expensive technology. But because we can find the measurements really easily, we can find the volume also. So now we can use that for dosage of medicine and for cancer treatment. There are other emerging technologies, such as MedSensation, which is a haptic device for discovering breast cancer. Again, we are in trials with them also. What we're creating may end up someday being the greatest global anthropometric database that's ever been created. And we need help to make sense of all of the data that we get and to figure out all the amazing things that we can do with it. Thank you so much for your attention. I'm Nell Watson. It's been a pleasure.